Oh my goodness. See? You see how they trying to sabotage the kid. Y'all see that? How how they tried to do that. Mhm. Okay. I think it's fine. Exact. Maybe it was too high up. Y'all, everything is not the same. Okay, I think that looks better. Let me move it closer. Oh my goodness. Look at me playing with the settings. Y'all, bear with me. This is my first time back in America. Uh, and we're live. Okay. Hey, Couture Bays. It's your girl, Britt Brett, going live with the Real Talk and Base Squad. We gotta talk. Tell me why my parents, they were like, when are you going live? When are you going live? And I waited so late, so they're asleep. They are asleep. They are asleep. They are asleep. They are asleep. But we got to talk about some stuff. We have to talk about Nicki Minaj. We have to talk about Jay-Z. We got to talk about Armon. We got to talk about JD Vance, the sellouts. And of course, we got to talk about Eve. Okay. Yes, I said it. The sellouts. I would have called it the sellout live, but there's some people in here who are not sellouts, who are not sellouts. Uh, 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 uh. We are live. Yeah. So sorry it's so late. My apologies again. I'm still getting used to the time. But hey, Couture Vase, it's your girl Brat going live with the Bree Talk and Bay Squad. We have to talk about the things. We got to get into the pieces. Okay, your girl is back from Asia. A very long travel, very long travel. I literally got back today. So I am officially back. I'm in Louisiana. I'm taking care of some business, but we couldn't let the drama, the mess, and all that go on. Okay, we had to get into it. So, to everybody who is wondering, yes, I am back. Yes, I am back. Thank y'all for being patient because I haven't put out a video in like I don't know how long it's been, but I haven't did a video. So I know that. I know that much. I haven't did a video. But I am back. I'm officially back. Oh my God, why is it not letting me post it? Okay. So I shared it. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. So I shared it in our base squad chat. So if you're not in the base squad chat, then where are you at? Where are you at? Are you in the base squad chat? On Instagram. On Insta. Hey Darius. Hey Magic T3. Hey La. Look at that. I look good. I look so good on the screen. Like my forehead is like super shiny. But that's okay. That's okay. Thank you for the love. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Oh my God. Thank you, Lemon Drop. Look, let me just tell y'all this. We'll talk about my time in Asia, but I want to talk about the airports. Can we talk about the airports really quick? Chicago O'Hare, 1 out of 10. The worst international airport I've ever been in. And I've been in some international airports. The worst. The worst. The worst. When I say the worst, the worst airport I've ever been in my life. Hand on the Bible. The worst. The worst. And you know what's even crazier? I have to get both my passports renewed. Both of them. Ah, my diplomatic passport got to get renewed. My regular passport got to get renewed. Like, why are they both expired? They almost didn't let me in the country. We gotta talk about that at a later date. I was like, "Oh my God. I am an American citizen. I am an American citizen." No, I'm playing. I was like, "What? It's expired." Wow. Yes. Thank you. Hey, Auntie Gang. Hey, Yvette. What's going on? Hola. So let's just get into it. Can I talk really fast? Can we talk about LeBron James? I told y'all LeBron James was a cheap man years ago. CW pointed that out. I told y'all he was a stingy man. I told y'all that man does not like his wife. Okay? He's putting on and he no longer has to put on. Him speaking on stay-at-home women when he's a married man is very weird, very strange. Why are you discussing stay-at-home women? You're a married man. I don't understand why the men get to doing this. He sat on his podcast, becoming a red pillar, and it started some years ago. Now he's feeling comfortable because he's gearing up to start retiring soon. I told y'all they start to flip the script. Savannah, you in danger, girl. You are in danger. While y'all was out here believing that he really is into her and this is the family oriented, um, the James family is so close knit and tight. That is a lie. Him and his mama still don't talk like that. Ever since what happened down in Cleveland. Okay. That man getting up on that pod, talking about stay-at-home women, I was just like, what is this? Would you say that to your daughter? That if a man was providing her a life of luxury where she literally does not even have to worry about the day and she's doing something else because stay-at-home women does not mean poor. Stay-at-home women provide substance. A lot of women who stay at home have curated lives for themselves. Hello? Miss Tradwife, y'all wanted to be Tradwife, created a whole empire being a stay-at-home woman, turned stay-at-home mom, and she flipped that into cooking, making bitches mad from scratch. Like now she's a whole actress. It kills me when men don't understand that life because your mom had to work all her life. That's why you nickel and dime her. Yeah, yeah, I believe everything the ex NBA player who you didn't like. I believe everything they say. Hey Naughty! Oh my God. Y'all, everybody say happy birthday to Naughty. Today is Naughty's birthday. Happy birthday, Naughty! I love you. Happy birthday to you. Destiny Reloaded. Yes, I am back, baby. I am back. I literally just got back. I haven't even been in the country 24 hours. Please get the likes up. Please get the likes up, likes up, likes up, likes up, likes up. So I want to talk about Armon Wiggins because he's at the bottom of the totem pole. We're gonna save Nicki Minaj for last. So Armon Wiggins went on this audition for Kai's University. Kai University is doing this thing for the streamers. And everything that I've seen from the streamers, it was for people who do streaming in IRLs. If you understand that, you understand it. If you don't, you don't. That's not what Armon Wiggins do. He does not do a day in the life at all. Not even the slightest or little bit. So when he went over there, I was just like, oh, he's just, trying to boost his platform, right? Because I told y'all, people who put themselves in boxes, people who put themselves in boxes were going to have a hard time. Yes, yes, yes. In real life, in real life, like they actively stream like all day. I don't know. So when I seen Kai Cenat say, "No, you're messy. We can't do that." And then to see Armand cry on the internet for 40 days and 40 nights, I don't care what Joe Budden says. Joe Budden is only giving him props to get under Cardi B's skin because she has not sat down and did the pod with him. right? Cardi was over there champion Kai Cenat, not allowing Armon Wiggins on. This is his karma. Look at all the bridges he burned. Look at all his opportunities and he self-sabotaged them. He might have been, triggered or whatever, but he is the catalyst for his own demise. What Kai Cenat said was not wrong. You're a grown man. You're not even in the demographic, meaning age demographic, not his sexuality. And you want to be over here. Why? So you can report and be messy. We saw him be messy at the Zeus event. He didn't have to come tell us that Glorilla was out here knocking holes between the washer and dryer. He did that. We got that exclusive from him. So if the industry insiders cannot trust you, why would the streamers trust you? You would tell all their business and feel no remorse. Look at how he went live. Look at how he did the story. Oh, if the whites never treat me like that. So if that's the case, how come Nancy Grace didn't offer you a job? Since the whites treat you so good and they're amazing and uplift you in their society in their ecosystems, how come they didn't offer you a job? Put a one in the chat if you agree. Put a two in the chat if you disagree. Put a one in the chat if you agree. Put a two in the chat if you disagree. And thank God for the birthdays. Thank God for the birthdays for Naughty. We got to support our girl. Every time Armand gets to a position to be aligned into the celebrity space that will magnify him, he sabotages it. We seen it with the Young Miami situation. We saw it with the Jason Lee situation. We seen it with the Diddy trial. We seen it with everything. And he wants to be in these spaces where he can't even hold water. And they went on to say, I think they're part of the phobias because they don't like you. Very weird, very strange. But let's move on. Let's move on. Armand is a punk. Cry me a river. Oh my God. I ain't even hear what Joe said. Joe said he's a great podcaster. I'm like, Joe Budden, you're not listening. Well, he is listening. He used to listen because he stole some of his talking points during the Cardi B Nicki Minaj beef. Yeah. He been crashing out ever since. Okay, good point. I ain't think of that. A one. I'm supposed to be asleep, but you got me laughing in the dark. Ooh, destiny. Nancy Grace like Tisa tells more than him. He self-sabotages. I just got here. I just wanted to ask, is you trans? Is your mama trans? Is your mother trans? Y'all, it's always somebody. Is your mother trans? You're attracted to trans women? Is that why you're coming in here? We love the trans. We love the trans. Don't do that. This is Pride Month. Your mother's dead? That doesn't answer the question. Don't come over here looking for sympathy. I almost said something real nasty. I almost said something real nasty. Oh my goodness. Look. I go as low as you want to go, baby. I'm as trans as your dead mama, baby. That's your answer. Now go play in traffic. Now let's move along. So Eve went on NPR to do Tiny Desk, and it was amazing. Eve is that girl. Look what happens when the girls get to stay at home, rest in their femininity, allow their child to grow up so that they can talk full sentences, so that way you can leave them with the nanny, the on par, go and travel the world. Came and did a Tiny Desk in the numbers. The numbers. I love Tiny Desk. I watched the Joe one. I said, "Oh, Tiny Desk is getting into it." Then they have Eve. I'm like, "Who they gonna have next?" And I was over there like, "Wow, Eve has a lot of hits." I thought the verses magnified the hits. No, the verses didn't do enough. The Tiny Desk was like, you got boom, 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 boom. Drop your glasses, shake your asses. I was like, I loved it. I loved it. I love Eve. I'm so happy Eve is a pillar in the hip hop community. She was a wild woman who elevated, polished herself, and became a wise woman. I love that about Eve. Eve shows you can have everything you want. Her timing of getting pregnant, her timing of having a successful pregnancy, which leads me to believe when the girls have their babies overseas, is it a different healing process? I know when I was in Honduras, it seemed to be way better than what we got going on in America. And I'm just asking. I'm not going to go birth no babies, but I'm asking. I'm asking for myself. I'm asking for the girls that are choosing to participate in that because it didn't look like she was sluggish. It seems like everybody who had their babies internationally are healed, they're happy, they're healthy, they have a better bond with their babies. I don't know, I'm starting to notice that trend because remember Serena Williams went and had her, I think her second baby overseas because she didn't have such a good experience here. Uh Eve had her baby overseas. Meghan Markle had her babies that remain after the first one, after Archie, overseas. I think there's something in the water about the healing or something because the girls are going overseas. I think a huge content creator had her baby overseas and then came back. She had her baby in Qatar, Doha to be exact. And they have like these statues of the birthing process. I've seen it. That's why I know. I went to Doha for New Year's Eve. So I don't know. That's what it feels like to me. Eve was and is that girl. I've heard several women say they were in Chile and pregnant. The way they treat them as royalty. Ooh. Thank you, Tamara. Clock it. Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the check up. Run the check up. And run the check up. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know it's late. I know it's late. But thank y'all for tuning in. Please get the likes up. Please continue to share. I saw it. She did a great job. Her breath control was amazing. Exactly. When she went from the tambourine, what song was it? And then she went into the tambourine song. And I said the fact that the radio didn't like it, that went diamond in my home. Okay. I love that song. Hold on. Not me coming in at the wrong moment. Who did it? The Joe one was on point. It was great. I loved it. So nasty and so rude. Sorry to that woman. Yes, I am back. I am back. I am back. Hey, clock it. Yes, I am back. I'm just so happy to be back. Like, but let's get. Guess who is sad? We gotta get into the Knicks, honey. I like the Knicks. Ever since the Knicks won, all of the players, I've been watching their lives. Their lives are entertaining. I'm entertained by them all. Every last one of the Knicks players who went live, I sat and watched their IG live. Baby, they was cutting up. Nobody was cutting up more than Michael. Come on, Michael. What? Get on the beat, Michael. Michael been acting a fool, a donkey. Michael has been acting a fool and a donkey. Thank you so much. Tell Drake we can go on a trip. I got time. I'm old, y'all. It's late. I'll catch the playback. Hit the like and don't be rude. Yes, please. Yes. Oh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the checkup. Run the checkup. And for the checkup. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I love the high five. I love the stay hydrated. I love the flowers. Thank you, thank you, La. Thank you, Say Hudson. Thank you, DC Purple Diva. Let me turn this up. So where is it? 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 Mm. I love the way you are. I love the way you are. I love the way you are. Mm. Is it this one? Oh, did I take it off? Dang. I can't believe I took it off. That's crazy. So I'm sad I took it off. I was going to show y'all how the owner of the New York Knicks team said the players will be going to the White House. Maybe them players is not going to the White House. They not going. But speaking of the White House, let's get into Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a sellout. I'm about to activate it. Put a 3 in the chat if you feel like Jay-Z is a sellout. Put a 4 in the chat if you think he is an amazing man. Put a 3 in the chat if you think Jay-Z is a sellout. Put a 4 in the chat if you think he's an amazing man. Because we're going to talk about it. So Jay-Z's Target deal proves he always show up when we boycott. Shout out to Baller Alert for writing this article. Okay, get into the journalism. Get into the journalism. Okay. Oh, I see the threes. I see the threes. Oh, yes, back to Turks with Poppy. I see the threes. I see the three. It says this: the Jay-Z Target deal is the kind of move that makes you sit back and laugh because we've seen this script before and we already know exactly how it ends. Target is dropping an exclusive 30th anniversary edition of Reasonable Doubt on June 26th. I will not be buying it. Why are we buying something that was already out? Let's continue. Let's continue. A white double LP at $40, capped at 4 per customer, with unreleased versions of select tracks, including a Fool's Paradise remix of Can't Knock the Hustle. There is a Duce tie-in and anniversary experiences in stores, and a 3-night run at the Yankee Stadium in July, with one night built around the album. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I was going to go see Jay-Z in concert. Now I'm not. Because you went and put on the full face paint to become white capitalist white capitalist step and fetching. Let's continue. On paper, it is a gorgeous rollout for a classic that turns 30 this year. In real life, the timing is everything, and the timing is the whole problem. Let's get into the timing. Here is the part nobody at Bullseye wants to say out loud. The Jay-Z Target deal landed in the middle of an organized boycott that Black shoppers have held down since early 2025. After Target rolled back the diversity commitments it made to us back when that looked good for a business, people stopped spending. The pressure was real. The receipts were real. The company felt it in the numbers. They lost billions of dollars. But let me continue. Then, right on cue, here comes Hove with a heritage drop that hands Target a feel good moment and gives the culture a reason to walk back through the doors like nothing happened. Don't worry, I'm going to finish my thoughts after reading this. We are not new to this. Rewind to the summer of 2019. The community was ready to walk away from the NFL over what the league did to Colin Kaepernick, a man who gave up his entire career to kneel for us. He did not give up his entire career. Um, Multiple things could be right at the same time, but let's not act like Colin Kaepernick did not ink a multi-million dollar deal after that. They don't tell you about that. He got a huge lump sum payout. They don't tell you about that, and they were offering him to come back into the league. Yeah. Colin Kaepernick has been profiting off of being disenfranchised by the NFL from the very beginning. Don't ever get it misconstrued, okay? Uh, I don't like him either. Grifter. But let's continue. We are not new to this. I already read that part. This is the exact moment Rock Nation announced a partnership with with the NFL, and Jay-Z stood on a stage next to Roger Goodell and told us he thought we had moved past kneeling and it was time for action. Kaepernick was nowhere in the deal. Eric Reed, who knelt right next to Cap, called it a money move. To anybody who would listen, the Jay-Z Target deal is the same energy wearing a different uniform. Black people build leverage through sacrifice, and somehow the sacrifice keeps turning into a contract with Jay Z's name in front of it. Let me just tell y'all this, and go follow up on Baller Alert. The reason I am calling Jay Z a sellout is simple. Target promised billions, billions with a B, to Black communities on expansion. And then the moment DEI was rolled back, even though it was found unconstitutional, mind you. Do you think they stood on business? They didn't stand on business. They went and listened, partnered, did what this administration said to do, and then decided not only do we want to disenfranchise, we want to disable, and we're not going to do good on our verbal and written promises to the Black communities. That was after George Floyd. They have been bank damn near on the brink of bankruption. And I get it. There's people who work at Target. That's not my problem. Okay. If you're working for an entity that does not even respect you as a human being, because you know they love to pull the human being card, but their efforts are to disable, disenfranchise, and destroy. I'm sorry. I don't care if my boycott get you out of a job. They don't want you to have a job anyways. The only job they want y'all to have is on the field, at Master's house, in Master's bed, in the fields, as bait, as property. Jay-Z aligning himself with Target is not only coonery and clownery, it's disrespectful. And a lot of people were getting up here saying, because you know they're diehard Jay-Z fans, oh, but you can buy the album off his website. Why didn't he make it exclusively to his website? Because he needs the sales. He's hungry, he's thirsty. They probably came to him or he went to them with an idea like, oh yeah, I can get their black asses back up in there. You see what I did with the NFL? And I can't even defend Beyonce because that's her husband. Whether she's standing beside him or not, this is your husband. Beyonce ain't never had to get in Target to sell an album. That's that's how you know where he stands with the culture, with the young listeners of the culture. Somebody who's an avid listener of hip hop, whether I like your music or not, I give it one play. The album won't get played because that's my job as a creator and a creative. But you selling out the community to sell some records, very weird, very strange. He could have set up his big anniversary with some of the black record stores, black music stores, some of these all black owned places having an intimate vibe. It would have sold out more money, but you don't think. And that's why everything around you is crumbling. That's why the people who used to be seen a certain type of way, we're seeing you for what it really is. You better pray they let you get parts of the Fenty parts of the Fenty. Because if they don't, baby, Rihanna's in trouble. And I'm gonna leave it at that. But what are y'all thoughts? Let me see what y'all are saying before we move on real quick. And thank you. Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Run the check up. Run the check up. And run the check up. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the high five. Thank you, Kenzie. Let's see what y'all saying.
It says one of them was interviewed by TMZ and he said he will go to the White House because White House if his teammates go. Mm, he's definitely a sellout, just like he did with Colin Kaepernick and Title. I was telling my husband this earlier. He most definitely is a sellout. It's a shame. Beyonce, it's time for you to mark your spot or else they on your ass next. Ooh. Be- they will continue to lose money. We are not coming back to Target. This isn't football. D'Amigos, he been a sellout. Black business and black communities, they changed up. Beyonce, it's time. The album is going to flop if he's looking for us. Better hope those white fans buy it. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. And I do want to say this, just because there's people going into Target to buy their things, overall, the greater scale, the large scale of us consumers are not buying. When Pastor Jamal Bryant and the rest of those grifters came up on Beyonce's internet talking about the boycott was over, we said, who said that? Y'all remember when Tamika Mallory and the rest of them got up here? It was like the boycott was over when the woman who's actually in the home of Target said, and who said that? Until they do right by us, everything will crumble. I keep telling y'all this. I don't care what they got going on. Target had an opportunity to make it right, and they chose this administration, and that's why you get everything you deserve. There are people who put their things into Target and had to come up with a plan to continue to sell their product to a lot of people. You have the Lip Bar, and I know the Lip Bar because it's black owned, had to come up on very quickly, very swiftly with something because they were now discontinued after signing contracts. That goes with the rest of them. I think it was Tamitha Brown. Who else? Who else? Who else? It was a few other black content creators. Mm. Ooh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Run the checkup. Run the checkup. And run the checkup. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love these little gifts. These gifts is beautiful. I love the snapping of fingers. Yeah, I did a video on that when Jamal was looking for attention. It's just always weird. It's very strange. Please put the likes up. Very weird, very strange, very I'm not feeling it. But let's get into the MAGA crew. Let me turn this up. Let me turn this up. So when I see JD Vance out here doing a horrible job defending his position because he wants to run a coup stage a coup on Donald Trump, the president, I find it hilarious, right? Because you have MAGA out here doing stuff like this. Oh, they didn't post it. They didn't post the video. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. You got the magazine out here. Pillars again, so it's pro-life. First Amendment, second, okay. First, second. Yep, 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 yep. Cool. The First Amendment, the Second Amendment, the sanctity of life, our veterans. I feel very passionately about. Do you guys, if you're going to talk about, I mean, you hate to even call them political issues, but do you specifically say like the left or the right, or is that something you try to kind of refrain from? Like if I were to say something to the effect of like the left is still doubling down. Yeah. Okay. First, that's what I needed to figure out really quick is when I first, I mean definitely over a year though. I would say can I just say that like around 2 years ago? Wait, tell me the pillars again. So it's pro-life. So you have Riley Gaines out here, can't even tell you the foundations of MAGA, but they want you to be like, um, you know, uh, we're trying and The whole situation with him going on The View, JD Vance, the vice president, was to disassociate himself from Donald Trump and everything he stands for, to show he's nothing like Trump. He actually has sense. He's a little bit more refined. Granted, he comes from trailer park trash beginnings, but he has elevated and expanded and has expansion. And why you should pick him is because he believes in the conservative values, not at the expense of the good Americans. You already know what the good Americans are. He's not only a thief, he's a grifter. He's somebody who studied bell hooks very well and stole her talking points and sold them as his own. This man is disingenuous, and this is who Nicki Minaj aligns with. Yeah, y'all thought Nicki was safe? No. Nicki Minaj is a fool. She went and did that podcaster with a man who's homophobic, who talks poorly about the gays, yet the gays are like, her political views have nothing to do with me. Are you hoes okay? Are you hoes okay? The founding fathers and mothers of the LGBTQ are turning in their grave, turning in their grave because y'all are aligning with somebody who is a religious fanatic because of some type of mental ailment. I don't care what y'all say. If it's not mental illness, then it's the party favors. Your choice. Because there's no way this woman at this big age is getting up here lying. Because I went and listened to it because y'all said the podcast, the interview was so enlightening and it was so inspiring. There is nothing inspiring about this interview. She said the music industry is demonic, and if you don't make money with this one, they'll isolate you. What do you think Donald Trump will do when he decides to throw you to the wayside? Because I find it funny. He always finds time to get you to go sit on some white person's podcast when they are facing scrutiny. I'm calling a spade a spade. You never have time to sit down with the black people, the hip hop purists, the supporters. You never sit with them. You never get dressed up in your ill fashions of conservatism and your piss poor wigs of conservatism. And before y'all even get mad at me, y'all said she was a billionaire. This billionaire hip hop queen can't even get the clothes tailored anymore. She used to come tailored. There was a period where we was inspired, like, okay, the looks are eating. The looks are not eating. Very ill-fitting, very out of season. Why is she wearing oversized coats to a interview with a man who didn't even feel the need to dress up to interview her? His questions very remedial, very basic. I'm confused. And you said the music industry is demonic, but you associating yourself with known predators is not. Known predators who are on record as felons of Me Too crimes. Mm, mm, mm. Very weird, very strange. Very weird, very strange. I'm like, you sat up there and you lied to that man because you said, when I was young, I wrote these lyrics, you know, and social media is a big thing, but I would have changed my lyrics. So when you was out here saying you a super freaky girl, you was young, because you had already had Papa Bear at that time. You were young when you said lying on your dead mama? What? My issue with Nicki Minaj will continue to be she's a liar. If you want to do this Christian thing, Girl, own it. But don't be a liar. You are associating yourself with people who are allowing people like this to be free.
His name is Grant Franklin Gale. That would be 36-year-old Grant. Do you think he's racist?
And you're sitting up here talking about some, oh, the president, the people who are aligned with the president are allowing him to be free. But also, because you're a little remedial, how about this?
Do you think he's racist? Are you serious? Why should we believe you? You're not anti-LGBTQ. You're sitting around one day drinking coffee and a $40 million NDA pops up on your signal. Like what? Wow. You've really opened my eyes to a lot. What process?
You had her talking about how Elon Musk stole an election, airing out all the conservatives, everything, everything. But again, Nikki, here you are again when Peter Thiel's secret group chat is unearthed. Here you come with this podcast. I'm starting to notice a pattern. Every time MAGA is in trouble, here you come with the podcast. Like clockwork. You really turned into a pick me for a disingenuous man. And if y'all love Nikki, that's fine. I didn't say you need to stop loving Nikki. But we do not need to hear her talk about her good Christian values if she don't have a Christian album. We do not need to hear her talk about her political views and she can't even actively vote here. Do she even vote in Trinidad? I don't think so. Do she know what's going on in her home country? I don't think so. Baby, they are deporting people, whether they have babies or not. And you lucky you're married to a felon because if he decided he didn't want to be with you and wanted to get you up out of here, all he had to do was report your ass. But he's not going to do it because you're his meal ticket. Because that's how weak Nicki Minaj is. Nicki Minaj used to stand for something. Nicki Minaj used to stand for empowerment, academia, being more than just some man's plaything, and that's what you have turned into. And I'm not even talking about being a plaything for your husband because that's one thing. You are a plaything for a man who couldn't even articulate a deal where we're not paying a foreign country billions of dollars. At this point, when he goes down, because he is going to go down, his team is going to go down, baby, they're going to come looking for your black ass first. Right along with the rest of the coons. You don't see the writing on the wall because you're delusional. I don't know what type of education you got at LaGuardia, but clearly it was not the best. Because if you had a real education, you would not be aligning with this. And this whole vengeance against Jay-Z, it's not working. Because like the girlies, the spiritual girlies said, his time was coming and your time is coming. And we see the times. The times have changed. I told y'all back when Charlie Kirk was iced out. Everybody is awake now. Nobody is sleeping. Nobody is sleeping. The desirability of protecting celebrities is null and void, especially at times where food is becoming a crisis, air is becoming a crisis, gas is becoming a crisis. Hell, just basic education is becoming a crisis. Those who are on the side of right, you will see them. You will not need to be tricked. And I'm not out here. I told y'all I don't defend nobody. I like Beyonce, but you heard what I said. And then you got your favorite out here saying this about you.
Stuff like with Tasha K and Angela Stan, like these are transphobic women. Um, Tasha K, Angela Stan, um, who else? Those fucking people, like Elon Musk is transphobic. against his own daughter. Against his own kid. But don't you feel betrayed? Why is it so hard for you to call out what it is? It's betrayal. It is it is treason to the gay community what she's done. Why not call it out? Always on the go. Today we're taking Umi to the streets and
So that is TS Medicine speaking on Nicki Minaj and of course everybody else. Listen, I told y'all when she went and sat down on that pod with that anti-gay man that y'all was praising, y'all were delusional. I said y'all are delusional. Baby, when she went over there and held that man's hand at that convention, talking about the lovely president, the beloved president, in those ill-gotten fashions, I knew then delusional. When she was over there at Alex's wedding, delusional. When she was performing over there, delusional. When she went to the FIFA game, delusional. And that's how you know she's not surrounded by love. She's surrounded by vultures because there's no way y'all love her. Now, I do believe some people on the staff was definitely stealing, but I also believe she encouraged some of that stealing because of her either mental issues or her being a girl who likes the party favors. It is what it is. You don't get to make it to the top and you have not healed from the demons that you're running away from. It is what it is. Those are the burdens you pay. That is the price you pay for the flashing lights. And y'all know I'm right because if this was Kanye West, y'all would be dog walking him. Y'all do. Y'all still bring up him saying slavery was a choice. But yet Jay-Z and Nicki Minaj can do no wrong. Child, y'all are delusional. They gave us Nicki and Erica. Oop. Imagine if they lose and she gets deported. Oop. Yup. I still love Nicki. Nicki will one day tell us the whole truth, guys. She hasn't told us the truth yet. It's been years. It's been years. If she wanted to tell us, she would have told us. She's talking in riddles and circles because she's actively being used herself and she has to stay on that side. Not only does she F up her brand, she's effing up the money. But she would know that if she had a proper team. She's choosing to take dirty money and act like she's the victim. I hate people who do that. I really do. I can't stand somebody who pretends they don't know what they got into. You know what you got into. You actively made a choice to be a fool. And people hate that. She is the legal. Who is she voting for? I don't know. I don't know. And I don't I told y'all she's a distraction. They only call her up when they're out here committing crimes. Watch, the next crime she'll be on another white person's podcast. Look at all the people, and I'm not even being messy, but look at all the people who defend Nikki. Has she been on their podcast? Put a 5 in the chat if she have. Put a 6 in the chat if she hasn't. Put a 5 in the chat if she has. Put a 6 in the chat if she hasn't. Has she came and sat down with any of these people, or did she do some online interview? I'll wait. I can call them out. But look at all of the Nicki Minaj defenders. Did she go sit down with them? Did she go sit down with them? Did she get on the pod like she did these white folk? Did she put on her best designer, her Christian conservative clothing, her armor of God and sit down with the likes of the Barbs? No. What Barb has a in-person interview? I'll wait. I'll wait. This is the third podcast she's done. They all been white. All of them have been white. White, white, white. Y'all don't find that suspicious? And here's a fool. You think you got it so right. Why are you bothered by what she wears? She wasn't naked. Nikki is very important. Baby, she wasn't even dressed like she was important. Let's start there. Two, I'm not worried about the way she dressed. I'm just clocking that she can't dress. Even Miss Conservative cannot dress. There's a plethora of women who are conservatives that outdress her any day of the week. She needs to go learn something. If she don't know what to do, go to White House Black Market. That's a start. She's a billionaire, as y'all say, and she puts on an oversized, ill-fitting jacket, a designer baseball cap, a red wig, and wants to come talk to us about Jesus and conservatism. And you mad at me because she went and put on those ill fashions and started to get up there and talk about demons and goblins. And she's an active demon herself. Are you okay? Hanging out with demons, sleeping with a demon, procreated with a demon. And you mad at me. You should be mad at your faith. There's a reason Poppy high by her. Oh, y'all not buying that Jay-Z album? Child, I wouldn't buy it either. I wouldn't buy it either. I'm not buying it. I already have reasonable doubt. I don't care about no vinyl. I'm not buying no vinyl from no Target. Absolutely not. Cause she knows the barbs. I'm gonna do what she say do. She doesn't need to talk to them. Ooh. She could dress, and that is not important. Go kick rocks. If she could dress, why is she always wearing the worst fashions? Let's start, shall we? Because the only time we seen her dress like something was at the wedding. Was at the wedding. Let's do a little Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj. She can dress. Baby, the fan page didn't even upload that. Hold on. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. We had this ensemble right here, the queen of conservatism. Let's go into what she wore in the podcast. She can dress. You could be all the way covered and still have some damn style. This was her when she went to the White House. This was her. Rich bitch. Yes. I can be all the way covered and still giving sexy. Let's see. These ill-fitted fashions. We never seen Nikki look like that before. Just like who done it? This was the best she looked. This was the best she looked. This right here. This was the best she looked all 2026. The best. The best. Because we remember this ensemble. Hated it. We remember that. I don't like it. This is a billionaire rapper, y'all say. She's a billionaire. She's a billionaire. She's a billionaire. She's conservative. You don't understand conservatism. So when did they start wearing nails like that and being conservative? I'll wait. I will wait. She's conservative. I'm just telling you. I don't know. Talking about the gays. Let's do gay homophobic podcast. Podcast interview. This is high fashion to y'all. This is high fashion. This. Look what he's wearing and look what she's wearing. He didn't even pay her mind. He didn't even pay her mind. She is wearing a I don't know what kind of hat that is. Oh, it's a LV hat.
This hot ass coat.
It's the middle of the summer. Well, summer officially starts on the 21st. But look at this. This is a 10? This is a 10? This is a 10? This. This is giving high fashion? So I'm not about to let y'all bully me into nothing. Oh, where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where the money reside? Where is it? Where is it? It. Where is it? It. Run the check up. Run the check up and run the check up. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, JoJo. And it's you know she is a demon, girl. What you saying, girl? More times for you. Don't worry about the fashion. No, we're gonna worry about the fashions. She dress and moves and behaves like a toddler. Whoever says she can dress probably wouldn't tell her she had something in her teeth because it's negative. Mm, child. She never ever could dress. Now, even Barb said that. I thought she wanted to be in fashion at some point. She should know how to dress. Mm-mm. No. And the Barbs don't care. They love it. They eat it up like sardines or something. Very weird, very strange. Look, I'm just coming to tell y'all the truth. Nicki Minaj is now a tool for the oppressors. She is a tool for systematic oppression. Just like Jay-Z, sell out. Just like Arman Wiggins, sell out. Like, if you could be a pawn for supremacy, imagine if this was back when Harriet Tubman was icing people out, they would be dead already. They would be dead already. Not because they're weak, it's because they can't be trusted. And y'all want to continue to bring them to the cookout, and we said no. No matter how hard y'all move, how hard y'all try, y'all keep trying to make fetch happen with things we don't want. We don't want ASAP Rocky. Not gonna happen. We don't want Jay-Z's Target album. Not gonna happen. We don't want MAGA Minaj. Not gonna happen. And quite frankly, all three of them are MAGA. All three. All three of them are MAGA in their MAGA moves. And we don't have time for that. Because right now we are actively doing something. We're actively in a wealth transfer. If they was aligned, they would know that. Getting on Beyonce's internet and praising the white man shows how anti-black you are. They don't need your praise. They have colonized enough. They have galvanized enough. They have disenfranchised enough. Y'all would know that if you were true and authentic to yourself. You could say, this person, blah, 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 but it's the overall active praise and the actively getting on your knees to do the bending. So you doing the bending for the oppressor. It's just, my goodness. Do you have no shame? Do you have no pride? These are prideless people, ego driven people, demonic people. And none of them can take critiques. But what are your thoughts on this Space Squad? What are your opinions? Comments down below. I gotta go.